Heather, you're late.
Yes, I know. I wanted to get a cup of tea first.
I'm on time.
I just wanted to get a cup of tea. It's almost
Someone
done.
else is not on time, but I'm on time.
You were not supposed to start that until I got over there.
Heather had to have tea.
Yeah,
But I want everyone to know that I am on time.
you better have really not done that.
I really did. I am really on time. I'm alone. The only way I can be on time is if I do it alone. Well, hello.
You're real cute,
It's
aren't you?
nice of you to join us.
You're cute.
Let's pick up where we left off. I was about to introduce us.
Oh, were you?
Yes. I'm glad you're here. We were waiting.
Thank you.
Every one of our friends was waiting so patiently for you to get here.
Hi, Tanya.
Yes, and we're here, and we have a good start.
Hi, Jen.
Only because I took the initiative to make it a good start.
Wait till next week. I'm gonna start it while you're running around doing stuff.
I've been 100% prepared.
Hi, John
today.
and Vale and Trish.
Okay, listen, we gotta go. We have an experiment to do. I feel like every week is an experiment.
Yeah, well, it's your experiment, so if it doesn't work, it's your own fault.
The experiment is, Heather doesn't know this,
Hi,
but
Pat.
we're doing a game show today. And the game show is, I have put some vegetables and some mushrooms out, and Heather's going to see what she can make us just using these ingredients and an Instapot.
Yeah, no.
I think you should try.
I don't think you're funny.
Okay,
Hi,
let's
Julie.
get going. Tell us where you're from. Because if you tell us where you're from, we'll know who you are. Because Facebook does that for us. So, let's get going. Hello, good evening. I am Tim Kaufman.
I'm Heather Kaufman.
And we run a page called Fat Man Rants. And together we have lost 290 pounds. But more importantly, we live a healthy, happy, and for me, as active as I can be right now. And we have a great life. And we did this whole transformation on a whole food, plant-based diet. And the key word there is whole food. Minimally processed, real food that comes from nature. And we come to you guys on Sundays to show you some shenanigans, hopefully some helpful tips. There's no tricks, really, because it's just eat real food. But we did do a magic trick last week, which was really fun. But anyways, we know that if we can do it,
You can too.
yes.
Hi, Tanya. Wendy and Vanessa.
And
Michelle.
This
Lauren.
is the part of the show where Heather blows my eardrum out by saying hello to everyone. Yes.
Hi, Cindy from Ottawa.
Oh.
Will May from Buffalo.
From
All
Buffalo.
right.
Yeah. So awesome. So we have friends all over the place.
Hi, Donna.
Yes, and local friends. There's a lot of local people joining us tonight, which is super cool. You guys ought to come out to the microgreens demo that we're doing. It's a free class this Thursday at Flourish. It starts at 6 o'clock. It'll go from 6 to 7. And we have a really good friend. She's a really cool lady. Bonnie is going to come show us how to grow microgreens. And if you live in Buffalo and you like gardening, this will be the place to do it because you can actually grow stuff right in your kitchen. And she's going to talk about the properties of microgreens and how powerful they are. And I'm super excited about it.
It's going to be a great time.
And you know we're going to be growing microgreens right here.
You can.
Yes, you know that. So tonight, I want to show you guys a few things that I've been learning with the Instapot. We have our Instapot down to as crazy easy as you can get. Like we put stuff in, we press a button, stuff comes out, we eat it. It's good. But with the shop, I've been learning some stuff that's been very helpful. I've actually been buying some accessories, and I've been actually having kind of fun. Oh, I should have brought my little red clamper things that I just bought. But there's a whole bunch of stuff to make the Instapot really neat, and it really upgrades it, and it does a lot of stuff. So here's what I'm going to try to do today. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we are going to learn together.
Sounds good. I hope it works.
Yes, the translation is, I should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. So let's see if it works. If it works, we will look like superheroes. And if it doesn't work, people will laugh at us. But either way...
you, because it was your idea.
And you will stand there and hold the camera while everyone laughs at me. But either way, we'll have fun, I hope. And something good should come out of this.
All right.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Let's roll.
You're up.
Oh, and...
Hi, Care. Oh, 1 second.
Okay.
It's got to turn it
We
around.
got it. We are ready. It is
There we go.
so cold in the house. It's so cold. I don't know why it's so cold. And it seems dark in here again. A lot of our stuff is at the shop. So we're cooking with minimal tools and minimal cutting boards. So this is an Instapot. If you don't know what it is, it's an electric pressure cooker that we call Instant Pot. And yes. So here's what I have inside. Just my stainless steel insert. Now, this is a hack that I use quite a bit. Even if I don't know what I'm cooking, I try to get the water in here first and get it heated. So I'm going to actually do that. I have about 1.5 cups of water. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be steaming today. This is a little steamer basket that I just bought. Normally, like normal people, would do all this stuff, put it in here, then hit go. But we are trying to go really fast because we want to eat and we want to get out here early. So what I'm going to do is already go ahead and I'm going to set this up so it starts getting warm for me. This is something that I just learned like 2 days ago. You can actually set the pressure cooker to 0 minutes. I didn't know you could do that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here. Can you zoom in so they can see? And on here there's a manual button. This is the button that I use the most. I'm going to hit manual and I'm going to go down to actually 0. So 0 minutes. What's going to happen is it's going to start heating up. There's only a little bit of water in here, so I'm going to have to work fast. But while that's heating up, I'm going to prep my vegetables that I'm going to steam. What 0 means is it's going to heat up, it's going to build pressure. As soon as it reaches pressure, it's going to shut itself down. So it's a good way to steam stuff really fast, and we don't want to overcook vegetables. I'll talk, let me get this in here, and then I'm going to talk while I'm doing this. Here is, I was going to prep this ahead of time, but I wanted to show you guys how I do cauliflower, because it always seems to make a mess for me. So I take a small paring knife, and I'm going to try to get the little thing out. What I do is I don't unwrap this whole thing. All right, I just get, so I can get this core out. And I'm going to take, I take a small paring knife, and I'm imagining inside here, I'm imagining that I'm cutting a cone. Not my fingers, but a cone. So I'm cutting this kind of imaginary cone out of here. And now watch what happens. If I do it right, I can get this cone out of here. Now, notice this is still all in the bag. I can actually start pulling my cauliflower out by cutting around. And the cool thing is I don't have a mess everywhere when I'm done. So I'm going to take these out like this. And I'm going to put these in my little steamer basket. I don't know, however big you want them. I'm going to kind of keep them a little bit on the big side just for tonight. And I'm going to take my cauliflower. It is very, very delicately washed.
Hi, Darla and Jody.
Yeah, you all want to probably wash this first. We're steaming it, so anything that's on there will be gone. And I'm just taking my cauliflower, breaking these stems off. See, I already made a mess. No one heard that hit the floor or they'd be pouncing on it. All right, so here's my cauliflower. So really, what this whole thing is about, check this out. Boom. Ready to compost. See this? It comes with a little travel bag. Done. No mess. Put the core in there. Done. Okay, we're going. So this is really what I'm doing. I'm steaming some cauliflower. What's the advantage of having the basket? I'm glad you asked. The basket will keep this up out of the water. So the vegetables will never touch the water, but the steam will cook them pretty fast too. But we are going to up this a little bit. What I want to try tonight, I don't know if this is going to work, but I got a feeling it's going to work. What I want to try tonight, here's a little backstory. I was making some vegetable steamed broccoli, and I looked in the bottom after I was done steaming it, and the broth looked really good, so I cooled it down, and I was actually drinking it. It was very tasty, very savory. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to waste the broth. I'm going to try to turn it into something. So this is a magic trick. What I did ahead of time is I diced up some mushrooms. Now again, this is in my steamer water, so I'm going to put a handful of mushrooms in here. I found a little piece of an onion in the fridge. You don't have to do this. You could use onion powder, but I'm just going to, really roughly dice up this onion in here. Throw that in here. I'm going to precisely measure a little garlic powder. Done. And a little bit of black pepper. Again, this is just the water that I'm steaming with. Okay, so I got some pepper in there. Got a little bit of seasoned water. Now I'm going to take my handy dandy steamer basket and I'm going to set that in there, and it's basically lifted it up on top of the water and the few vegetables that we put in there. The next thing we do, I don't know if I can do this backwards. Line our little, oh I can, and we're going to make sure that the valve is pointed backwards that way. And, well, that's doing its thing. I don't really know what to do next, so we'll wait. Should we flip back around? This really won't take long.
Okay.
Yeah, flip them back around, and we'll get ready for stage 2.
Okie dokie.
I wonder if anyone knows what I'm doing.
I'm trying to move.
Are you falling?
No, I was trying to move.
You look like you were
over.
sliding. Oh, you got this way too close. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So Heather tried to actually slide underneath the counter here. It looks like that. Don't drop
There.
people. They get mad when
Okay.
we drop them. Okay, can anybody guess what I'm going to be doing?
Nothing.
No. What am I doing with all that stuff in the bottom?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so I'll give you a hint. No, I won't give you a hint. We're going to do it. So what's going to happen is, since we preheated that a little bit, it should build up pressure pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot of water in there, so it should heat up quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. Ding, 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 ding.
Carla got it.
Carla wins the virtual prize. I don't know what that is. You can have a virtual taste when we're done. Yeah. So what happened is, I noticed when I steamed, because what I did is I steamed some broccoli, some onions, and I had a few garlic cloves. And after I steamed them, I'm like, look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful broth. Oh, I put it in the title. I gave the answer away.
Gave it away. Now you owe everybody prizes.
I'd be like Oprah. You get a prize. You get a prize. Yeah. So what I'm gonna try to do, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work. People say that we're pointing up at the light. I'm not seeing it.
Can you see us okay?
Yeah. So people say that our camera's in the light, but there's not really a light around, so I don't know. Maybe they're watching someone different. I don't know. But in any event, what I'm going to try to do is, after we take our steamed cauliflower out, I'm going to try to thicken that broth a little bit and use the simmer feature on the Instant Pot. Yes. Oh, I said gravy. I gave it away.
Trisha sees us.
Lower
Near
your camera
a bit. Probably chopping my head off from the
No, I see your head.
Low.
I see your whole head.
Oh, looks okay. No, you're not. Okay.
No, you're
good.
not.
Everybody can see
well,
us.
okay.
All right.
You know what I think happens? Because I had this discussion like last week. We get like a ton of people message us and tell us all these ideas that we should do. But I think what happens is, some people put their phone portrait, and then they say my head's cut off or your head's cut off. Somebody's cut off somewhere. But I think it's just because we were filming this in landscape and people put it portrait.
Okay.
Yes. See, so here's Heather saying she can't see us. Heather, we are here. Even if you can't see us, trust us, we are here.
There, I set up a little bit. Is that it? There.
Well, now people are arguing. You're fine. You're chopped off. You're fine. You're chopped off.
Okay, I guess we're fine.
Hey, if Faith says we look fine, then dang it, we're fine. Yes.
Thanks, Faye.
And the Instapot is starting to get a little bit of steam, and this won't take long, so we're not. Oh.
And yes, I will taste it tonight.
I'll
be more than happy to taste it.
Well, what if it's gross?
Then I'm going to let you know. How about that?
Linda only sees half of you. Which half? Right, left, up, or down? But it was pointed out. I don't know. See, this is why... Okay, stop reading the comments. Stop reading the comments.
Hi, Kelly.
Yes. Okay, so if you just joined us, because a few people just hopped on, we're steaming cauliflower in my brand new steamer basket that I'm actually starting to like a lot. There's a few things about the steamer basket that I really like. They say it's for steaming vegetables, but it actually can be used for a lot more. The possibilities. Pat was telling me about this. You could take all your vegetable scraps, the tops of celeries, the ends of carrots, and the stuff that you're not using, you put them in the steamer basket, right? Fill the Instapot up with water, hit it for high pressure for soup, like for a minute or two. And what happens is, when you're done, you pull the steamer basket out and you compost that, right? And you just made yourself some free soup stock. Yeah, out of vegetable scraps.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I have to stop reading comments because we usually do stuff. We usually take a stock pot, put all our stuff, all our scraps, all our frozen stuff, and then we strain it. Mm-hmm. And it's so much nicer to just pull that magic handle out and then done. Yes, so it should be almost done, and then we should see if we can thicken the broth. Hopefully the broth will be just lovely.
And taste delicious.
Yes, but don't forget, no one out there has to taste it. Yes, it's actually at 0 minutes. It's in, I'm going to be just straight honest here. I've never used the Instapot at 0 minutes, but I just read something on the internet that you can do it. So no, I wanted to know a time to steam. I probably would have steamed it for 1 minute, but this one lady had on her website that she puts it for 0 minutes. Which one of the biggest problems we have, especially with broccoli, when we serve a cream of broccoli soup, I steam the broccoli separately than the soup, because if you put it right in the soup, it'll cook down and it'll disappear. So what I started doing is actually steaming the broccoli and then adding it to the soup when it was all done, and then it would have a good consistency. And that's when I learned about this whole 0 minute thing.
All right.
And it's
well, that's good. Sounds like it's going.
It's going. It's chugging away. So Heather, what did you want to talk to us about tonight?
Nothing.
We have to talk about something.
What were you?
Flirt. Let's talk about Flourish, because it's popping.
It's doing great.
It's doing great.
It's doing great. A lot of people are coming in for the meals, and they're enjoying them. I've heard some people are using them for dinner. Some people are using them for their lunches, or a little bit of each. Some of the people I've talked to said they like to eat this way, and they know that they can make it at home, but for them with work and kids or whatever, it's easier to just come and get the meals. And so I'm glad that we can give it to them, and giving them whole food, plant-based food. And that's the best thing, healthy. Yes,
and people are still arguing about if we're cut off or not.
And it's kind of neat because I do smoothies, and I only have a few because I'm still learning. And a sweet young lady came in yesterday and asked if I had a certain smoothie, and I said no. I said, but let's make it. And I asked what was in it, and I happened to have what she wanted, so we named it after her, Kasha's PB Blaster smoothie. So it was really neat and exciting. We're having a lot of fun.
And a lot of it's so interesting. If anything, what's coming out of it is conversations. Mm-hmm. And I love that. People come in, they ask about protein. And so I feel like in my transition, I've done the whole protein talk with so many people. The first year it would drive me crazy. The second year it still drive me a little bit crazy. By the third year I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't even want to talk about this. it's not their fault. Like, it's just ingrained in society that you have to have all this protein in your diet. But it's interesting now that whole conversation is starting over. And it's kind of cool because I'm going back to the same analogies. Had to give that a little CPR. So now it's building pressure. Just need a little pop. But, you know, a lady came in and she wanted the macro content. And I'm like, well, there's protein in oranges. Like, there's protein in everything. And so I think this whole protein conversation comes up so much for me. And I think the best thing, like, I can give you the science, I can give you the, you know, the caloric percentages that, you know, actually broccoli by percent has more protein than beef per calorie. And obviously you have to eat a whole bunch of broccoli. But I think the best thing to do is to ask people, how many people do they know that are protein deficient, and what are the symptoms of that deficiency? And, you know, so every once in a while you'll get someone that has a disease. I forgot the name of the disease. And so they do, but then I like to flip it and say, okay, so how many people do you know that have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar levels, you know, overweight? How many people do you know like that? Well, everyone knows, almost everyone they know has those things. So we search for this, the thing that we're deficient in, right? But our diseases don't come from deficiencies. They come from abundance, like too much of stuff. And so I think that's kind of super important to understand. Mm-hmm. That there's a whole lot more people that are suffering from too high cholesterol, too high sugar. Let's take care of them people, and then we'll start checking who's too low on protein, because I don't even know what that looks like. My protein levels in my blood are actually higher than they were when I was eating 7 Big Macs a day. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off. I was just going to say that Juanita said to hang up a list of it, and I actually saw somewhere somebody posted
I pulled that.
The plants.
Yep.
With all the different plants, the protein. I thought that's
Sherry.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Sherry posted that today, and
Sherry Schmidt. Yep.
I pulled that picture because I'm going to print it. I thought the same thing. I pulled that picture. I'm like, boom. I'm going to just hang that because it had broccoli, it had cauliflower, it had everything. That's a good idea,
because you know what, there are a lot of people that are just starting this, and they really don't know, like you said, because of society and what's ingrained, in our heads and stuff. And maybe that it's something that would be helpful for people to actually walk in, and it's right there.
Yeah, and for our friends out there that have been plant-based for a while, and you get kind of aggravated with that, for the most part, you can tell when someone wants to argue with you or someone actually wants information. And clearly everyone that's been in has been really kind, and they want information. Mm-hmm. And then there's the people that, like at the gym and stuff, they just want to try to trip you up with how many grams of protein. I mean, some of these diets people aren't, they want 150 grams of protein. I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I get 50. I don't really count. I don't really check. But I don't think I'm that weak, I don't think I'm that weak.
Vanessa, overnight oats are just oats, a little bit of almond milk, and any kind of berries you want. It's very inexpensive. Oats are very reasonable. So we get oats for under $1 a pound, and I know there's not a pound in those jars that we made. So the oats are going to be $1. We made, what do we make? 6. So we made 3 pints, really. We made 6 half pints. So 3 pints. I could do the math really quickly. So your two cups of blueberries, I don't know, what is that? Probably not even $2. You could totally use bananas, and now you're talking 49 cents, if that. A pound. So yeah, probably not even a whole banana would even go into that. Yeah,
I mean, I guess overnight oats are expensive compared to what? Because I don't know what you could eat that's cheap and that bulky. It's like people complain all the time that, well, I'd eat healthy, but it's too expensive. But how much does a bag of brown rice and a bag of mixed vegetables cost? It's $2. And you probably can eat 3 days off that.
And you could get most places by us right now, you can get a pound of brown rice or white rice for 99 cents a pound. And if you put that against like a 2-liter pop, I would assume a 2-liter pop is way more expensive. And out of the brown rice, you're getting a few meals.
Yeah, so drink water, eat rice. Whoa, that sounds like a lovely diet. But as far as gaining,
saying, like, that's
right.
I'm trying to make an
comparison. I get it.
Yeah.
So as far as gaining weight in a healthy way, I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on Facebook, but I would suggest things that are a little higher in fat. We try to, so like what I do is try to search for a low fat diet. But if I was trying to gain weight, which I am not, I would definitely up the brown rice, avocado, walnut, that kind of thing. Your nuts and your seeds and stuff are very, very, very calorically dense. In fact, that's actually my downfall. If there were no such thing as cashews in the world, I'd weigh about 70 pounds. Okay, let's see what I don't ever get nervous doing this. I'm actually a little bit nervous.
Oh, great.
Yes. Let's go.
Go get that Instapot.
Yes.
Instant.
Oh,
pot.
People will
We
yell.
have the instant
People will.
pot
Okay,
tonight.
flip us around.
All right.
Flip us around. Yes, I know. Because multiple people, multiple emails, multiple messages. This actually tonight is the Instant Pot. Slangly, is that a word? Slangly enough, I call them Instapots because we have 3 different styles. So when I'm teaching a class, I just refer to them as Instapot because electric pressure cooker just sounds so lame-o to me. So this, in fact, is an Instant Pot. Okay, we're gonna let some steam out. Ow! That's hot, by the way. So now I'm letting the steam out. That lady said that. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing at me?
I was just thinking of something funny, but that's okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so the lady said 0 minutes, but what I didn't read is how long to let it sit in that steam, which I probably shouldn't have done this, because that seems like a lot of steam to me. But it doesn't matter. It smells lovely. Mm-hmm. Yes, as always, as a note of caution, don't get your face over that steam. I found, another thing on their site, I found these little dinosaurs that go over that bit. Go that way. Okay, So the steam is coming out. It definitely smells like cauliflower. Right?
Yes?
Yes.
Sorry, I was reading a comment.
Don't read them. People are fighting that our heads are cut off. Well, now they're going to complain that you're not even in the picture. Because you're not supposed to be. Okay, so the steam is going down. Ooh, I should have little,
If you're looking for the little clamp.
No.
Ah.
We have nothing in our house. Everything is at the shop. It's like my second kitchen. So, I'm doing this backwards, but eventually, okay, I don't want to get burned. Oh my goodness.
It does smell very nice in here.
It smells like cauliflower. Look at this little handle. Is that hot? Oh, it's not even hot. Okay, so there is my... Oh my gosh, it's actually perfect. So I probably, honestly, I was going to see you through the steam. So sorry. So I probably, whoa.
It is very steamy in here.
It's like special effects. We have special effects.
That's
It's
right.
Fat Man Rants Live with special effects. Okay, now we got to get serious here. We have to get serious. So that actually worked really well. I learned that I could have done 0 minutes and then boom, quick release right away. I probably left it in there actually a little bit too long. Now what I want to do is go to this function. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to go to the saute function. When I click that, it's going to come on for 30 minutes. We do not need it on for 30 minutes, but we're too lazy to change it. That is going to turn on and I'm actually sauteing. One thing I forgot to get. Okay, now it's started. Maybe I remember where I put them. Have some liquid aminos. Okay, let's make our gravy. We already put seasoning in here. That kind of cooked down. This is going to start coming up to a boil. So now what I have to do is I have to get some more water. And I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. Make sure it's cold water. And then I'm going to take a spoonful of cornstarch. Probably a good sized spoonful. If you want, take a fork. You can totally do this in NutriBullet or the Vitamix, but I'm being lazy tonight, so I'm just going to do it like this. This is starting to come up to a little bit of a simmer.
People want, can we see in the pot?
If you don't steam up the camera. Yeah, so, can you see in there?
There we go.
Can you see?
Yeah.
So it's just like a broth. It's just like a broth right now. But we're hoping that this starts sauteing. And then this is my little slurry. I don't know if it's quite going to be enough, but we're going to go with it. Actually, you know what? Just to make a point, I put about a tablespoon in there. I'm just going to give it just a little bit more.
Hi, Jenny.
Okay, so I made my little slurry. The biggest thing is you use cold water. If I put that cornstarch in there hot, it's going to really clump up and it's going to be gross. All right, next thing I'm going to do. I want to have a little savory taste to it, so I'm going to put not quite a whole tablespoon, probably like a half a tablespoon of liquid aminos. That'll give it a really nice savory taste. The other thing I'm going to put in there while I'm waiting for it to heat up, I'm going to put some, this is nutritional yeast, probably like, I don't know, quarter cup, light quarter cup. Then I'm going to take this little slurry that I made, I'm going to pour that in there. And now this is important. This is where you got to stay on your toes. This is hot right now, so I'm going to keep stirring it, because if I let it go too long, it's going to burn really fast. As it thickens, it's going to be easier to burn.
Someone said, do you think you could use arrowroot?
Yes, I actually had some out, but my fear was that people wouldn't have arrowroot, so I would typically use arrowroot just because it's easier for me to grab, but yeah. All right, so there's our cauliflower. It's quite lovely. And, all right.
There's the cauliflower.
There's the steamed cauliflower. Da-na-na-na-na. We need more steam.
Or special effects.
We need more. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. It really does. Tell them what it smells like. It smells very savory.
Very. Very.
And
wonderful.
So another fun fact, while this is finishing up, the cool thing about when you steam the vegetables, that stuff in the bottom of the pot, there's a lot of nutrients and a lot of good stuff in there. So I kind of didn't want to waste it, and I felt really weird like cooling it down and drinking it. And I thought, oh dang, this will make a nice gravy stock. So here you go. We're just about done. It's working.
All right.
It's not going to be a flop.
Phew.
Yeah. Another thing I should probably tell folks, that even after you turn this off, the Instapot, for some reason, stays warm for quite a long time. So if you don't want to burn something, you got to take it out of here. All right. So I think we're going to make a mistake if we try to show people inside here.
Okay.
So we're not going to. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to be the filmer.
All right.
All right. I'm turning this off. I'm not going to get burned. Just a little bit of burn. All right. I think I'm going to actually get a little.
That'd probably be a smart idea.
Yes. Okay. Here's your gravy. Look at that. Look at. It's so lovely. Look at that.
Perfect. All for me. Get your own plate.
So we could have actually thickened that up just a bit more. But it's beautiful. And you see what I said? I put that back in there and started cooking again. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to get fancy, you can pull some of these chunks out of here.
Oh, that's looking nice.
Yes, look at that. So, someone's going to say, could I do this with potatoes? You betcha you can.
Aw, then why didn't you do it with potatoes.
We had no potatoes.
Oh.
And yes. So here's what the gravy looks like. If you can see in there quick.
Yeah.
It's great. I think we did good. We can flip around now.
That was great.
It was
worked.
gravy.
Your little trick worked.
Yes. It's like magic. Okay.
Now you're going.
No, we got to be back there.
All right.
Trust me on this.
Okay.
Because people yell at us. So,
All right.
there you go. We proved together we prove that you can, there's actually, what did I say? There's a hidden gravy compartment underneath your steamer. In the gravy, I wish Heather would try this.
I'm gonna. You didn't give me a fork. Oh, I'll have to get a fork.
Oh, this reminds me of how we started this whole thing with you not here. But I'm here. And I was on time. So, the next time I probably would have added a little bit more cornstarch, thicken it up a little bit more. But again, once you get it that thick, you got to be careful. That's probably really hot. Heather loves mushrooms. She went right for a mushroom. Yes.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yes.
It's delightful.
It's lovely is what it is. You're going to burn your mouth. Is it good for real?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so there you go. We've proven that you can make gravy and steam vegetables at the same time. Yeah. That's what do you get back here?
Oh, that's mine.
There's more. Yeah. So sky's the limit. You guys, here, let's show one more time. I can't even see.
Yep, you're doing. Yep.
Is that good?
Yep, that's good.
All right. So Heather, we're going to get out of here, and Heather's going to eat her cauliflower and gravy. Is kind of a weird combination, but it looks very home style. It looks very comforting to me.
And it's very healthy and delicious.
Yes, and as far as calories go, it's fairly low calorie, right? I mean, it's cauliflower after all. You could do that with broccoli. You could do it with a veggie mix. No, thank you.
You have to try it.
It looks gross. Thank you. Okay. Whoa, that's actually really good. It reminds me like of a pot roast or something kind of flavor. It's super good. So there
Better
you go.
with potatoes.
We did this. We did this together. This was an experiment, and it went well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we did it with you guys.
Yeah. And so thank you guys for helping with our experiment. And once again, we are proving that anyone can do this, and you don't have to practice. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a culinary expert. And we didn't have a recipe. We just kind of winged it, and it all works out. So I want you guys to do that. I want you guys to experiment, try stuff. 9 out of 10 times, it'll be great. And if you screw up, just turn it into soup.
Or
Wait,
try something else. Try it again.
wait. You know, when life gives you a lemon, make lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
When you screw a plant-based meal up, make it into soup.
Okay.
When plants give you a screw up, turn it into soup.
Sounds good.
Everything makes good soup, right?
All right.
So there you go. I hope you liked it. I hope people do this, and then.
But it's better with potatoes.
Yeah, it would be now for potatoes.
I like cauliflower. I just like potatoes.
Yeah.
Better.
Well, part of the reason why I did cauliflower is because I knew it would be very fast.
Right. I
So
know.
so if you do potatoes, definitely look up how much to steam. You can Google steamed potatoes in the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
My best guess is it's going to be around maybe 5 or 6 minutes instead of 0 minutes. So this is what I hope people learn, because this is what I learned along the way, that you can steam stuff at 0 minutes. And it works well. And I heard even you can put pasta in there underwater for 0 minutes, and that will also cook pasta. So
right.
a 0 minute feature is really a thing. And then right from there, we go right into saute, which worked great. We learned a little bit about the steam basket. We steam vegetables, but we also could put vegetable scraps in there and make our own stock. And what else did we learn?
We make special effects.
Yes, that we have a new smoke machine on the set, and it's
perfect.
awesome. So listen, we're gonna get out of here. Are you gonna eat cauliflower and gravy?
Yeah.
It almost sounds bad. Like it almost sounds like it's something you shouldn't
No,
eat.
it's good. I was just teasing.
I
like potatoes
I mean, it
better.
almost sounds like I used to love biscuits and gravy. Like this reminds me of that. That like, oh wait, I shouldn't be eating this, but It's all healthy. It's very nutritious. It's loaded with vitamins. And it don't taste half bad either.
Right.
Yes. So we're going to get out of here. You guys, have a great week. You should say...
Experiment.
Make it a great week. Make it a week of experimenting.
There we go.
And try new things, you know. You never know. I feel like we try new things and we always come back to our old favorites. But things like jackfruit, things like tofu, I would have never, ever, ever got into any of these things if I wasn't willing to step out of what I normally do and be uncomfortable with something like tofu. I live in Alden. I grew up a hunter. Tofu was for all the weird people.
Now we're the weird people.
Yeah, we're the weird. But I probably didn't even know what tofu was. I wouldn't even know weird people eat it. But now we're the weird people. And we try to get other people to be weird too. Yes. So, until next week, eat plants.
Move your body.
All you're going to do is a little more than you did yesterday. We will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Take care.